It's where all the money in the world is. There's more money exchanging hands in the stock market than anything else in the world. You can make a lot of money in real estate, especially if you're a half-wit. You can make money in entrepreneur if you're a hard-working half-wit. But if you're relatively intelligent and can understand the stock market, you can really be rich. I suggest you guys do that. And this is Henri Hooft. Henri Hooft is I don't know how many times, 23, 25-time kickboxing champion. How many times you
I defended my belt 23 times.
So 24-time?
Yeah.
Exactly like I said, 24-time kickboxing champion. The best damn striking coach in the world. He makes difficult things seem very simple. I get to work with Lyoto Machida. I get to work with Glover Teixeira, who's known for grappling, but also has 17 knockouts. I worked with a lot of amazing strikers. Even the women, strikers. We were just talking about Valentina Shevchenko a few minutes ago. Amazing striker. It's an amazing, talented woman. As far as coaching, Henry's the best guy there is. I'm not aware of a better person. And you ever see anybody with any of those fancy championship belts? How many guys you coach that got a UFC belt or another big promotion? 30-ish, 20-something?
Yeah, so many in my gym alone.
A lot of champions.
A lot of champions, a lot of really high-level fighters. And but especially the champions, they have all a couple of things in common. That's, of course, the work ethic and commitment, to what you do. Like a little obsessive mindset of doing it every day, day in, day out, with a lot of pressure, with a lot of stuff. But yeah, the discipline and everything, that's very, very important, I think, in life, in fighting especially, of course. But yeah, you see that with the champions. And you have a really good fighters, and then you have the top level. We talked about it yesterday, a couple of the guys like Usman and these guys. They just, they're coming early, they're leaving late, day in, day out, taking care of their body really good, living the life that you need to live. You need to leave a lot of stuff that other people so-called enjoy, and then they, later on in their life, they figured out that they did it totally wrong. And the other guys, the real ones, they commit to everything, and they have a very successful, very good life,
We talked about Kamaru Usman the other day. You spent a lot of years training with Kamaru Usman, and I think he got 6 UFC belts. Is that right?
Yeah.
And a very hard-working guy, very smart at what he does, and his personality and my personality are different. We're both weird, We're both weirdos. And if he was here, I say that to his face because it's not an insult in any way.
No.
If would be very insulting is to say, oh, he's been a pretty normal guy, pretty average. That would be insulting to either of us. What's not insulting is if you want to have weird results, if you want to have abnormally great results, you're going to have to engage in some abnormal behaviors. And if you want to do what normal people do, then you can have some normal-ass average results, which are entirely unremarkable by definition and kind of pathetic compared to your potential. If you're smart enough to be here, you're smart enough that you could do a lot better and have a lot better results. So one of the things that stood out, or maybe the comment that stood out the most when in the times that I've spent with Kamaru Usman, as he told me a story once that he was in college, he was wrestling in college. And he said he talked to his coach, and he was a little frustrated with his results at the time. He said he talked to the coach and said, I do everything you tell me to do. I do everything the team does. I never miss a practice. I'm here all the time. I do the things you say. I eat the things you say. And, I show up for my matches, and I win a couple, and I lose one, and I win one, and I lose one, and I win a couple more, and I lose one. And I'm not really doing that great, It's like, I don't know if this is for me. And he says that his coach told him, he said, well, if you're doing the same things that the rest of the team is doing, why the hell would you have a better result than the rest of the team? He said, that's the minimum. What I tell the team to do is the minimum that's required for you to do to be successful in the sport. He said, if you want to have exceptional results, you're going to have to exceptional results. You're going to have to do exceptional things. And I had many thoughts like this in my head, but that was another nice affirmation, one of the 500 affirmations in my head from somebody who really did something, who worked very hard and earned a nice spot in the world. And I liked that about him. I respected that about him, that he was the type of guy that seemed like he really took that to heart, and he'd be like, all right, what else can I do?
Yeah, I just want to say that you can see that he took that at heart because he's an hour earlier than the so-called young and up-and-coming guys that still need to make it. He leaves when people already left the mat or already on the way to the showers. He's still doing his exercises. Does his abs while you already have a 20-pack there. He's Nigerian, so he has these muscles. But what I want to say is the consistency of doing it every time, all over, the simple things like shadow boxing, wrestle movements that people do from start. He still does that, and that makes him, the consistency in these things makes him a special fighter. And that's why at this age and the long he's been fighting, he's still at the top.
Summary of the couple things we said here is that if you want to do average shit, if you're a little fussy that like, oh, Derek, it's Christmas Eve. We're doing the call on Christmas Eve. We're starting a course on Christmas Eve. So yeah, you know who takes off on Christmas and Christmas Eve? Losers. You know who works on Christmas and Christmas Eve? Entertainers, entrepreneurs, athletes, top athletes in the world. Many of them will be working on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, their birthday, every holiday. So many of the top athletes in the world, they're still working on the holiday. They may or may not have an event, but they're still showing up and being in their routine, okay? You know who else does that? Entertainers. People that, actors, actresses, singers, etc., performers and entertainers, they're still working on the holiday. You know who else does that? Is business owners, real entrepreneurs, real investors. When somebody else is taking the day off, they take the day to get ahead because they know the competition's taking the day off. There's not a better time to get ahead than working on the holidays. When I say that, it's as if I asked them to sacrifice their firstborn child or something, you know? It's like I asked them to throw their firstborn child in a fire. I said, no, asshole, that's just what's necessary. If you want to have great results, like how are you going to take off 20 days a year and be the best guy in the world at something? How the fuck would that work? That'd never happen. And those of you that understand that and are willing to pay that price, while your family tries to sabotage your success, most of your family don't even want you to be successful. Your family wants you to be good enough that they can brag to their brother and sister and say that their kid is better than your kid, you know? They want to be able to brag to your uncle or your aunt and say that their child is better than their sibling's child. That's about the level of success that most of your parents actually want you to have. If you get too successful, then you don't have time for any nonsense. You're not going to be there at Christmas. You're not going to go to the weddings in the family. You're not going to go to the funerals in the family. You're going to avoid a lot of these type of things. And that's the price that you're going to have to pay to be successful. And the people that don't like that, again, is be poor. I don't mind. I don't give a shit if you're poor. I don't care if you stay stupid. Jerk, I'm not stupid. Well, the dumbest one, whoever had that thought, you're the dumbest one here. Because the really smart people aren't offended when I say that. So I don't care if somebody stays stupid. I don't care if they stay poor. I'm here to help you, but I can't help somebody that doesn't want to help themselves. I can't do the work for you. I'm here on Christmas Eve chatting with you. Then I'm going to go to the airport. I'm going to go make some money. I'm going to go spend time with clients and make money on the Christmas Eve evening. On Christmas Day, I'm going to go make money. You know what I'm going to do on New Year's? I'm going to go spend time with the clients. I like doing that on holidays. I love doing that when other people are taking the day off. I like to be with my best clients. Yeah. I like to be training with you. I like to be training. Glover is the other guy that comes on Christmas. You and Glover take turns like every other Christmas. Glover will be here, you'll be here. Glover will be here, you'll be here. There's so many times Jake Shields, we're training. It doesn't matter if it's my birthday or it's his birthday or whatever the day it is, Thanksgiving.
You watch this video all the way through, and that tells me you're dedicated to learning more and earning far above average outcomes in your life. Congratulations for that. But now it's time to take action. If you could have earned those results by yourself, you would have done it already. My head coach has opened up a few spots on his high-demand calendar for an in-person, one-on-one strategy session to help you. On this call, we'll give you the pragmatic advice that you can implement tonight to get laser-focused on the right metrics and leave mediocrity far behind in your past. Click that link right now in the description below and apply for your call immediately. Do it now.